National Assembly modifies emergency rule in Rivers State, reduces duration and adds oversight measure. The National Assembly has confirmed that it approved but amended the 6-month emergency rule declared in Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu, adding critical checks and shortening the initial time frame, according to Senate spokesperson Senator Yemi Adaramodu. Speaking in Ilaro-Ekiti during an interview with journalists, Adaramodu clarified that the legislature made significant adjustments to the president's initial request, inserting clauses to ensure continuous oversight and accountability during the emergency period. The key modifications by the Senate: 1. Shorten duration. Shorten duration, something that is going to extend 6 months. They are saying it's shorten duration. Shebi now they are already complaining that the things that he's doing, he's not supposed to do it, blah blah blah, English. The modifications, shorten duration. While the president proposed a 6-month emergency rule, the National Assembly reduced the length, though the exact revised time frame remains undisclosed. So it could be 5 months and 3 weeks. It could be 5 months and half. So you shortened it to how many months? You tell us now. How many months it remains undisclosed? I beg you. 2. Legislative oversight. The Senate mandated ongoing National Assembly supervision over the actions and decisions of the sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired. Mediation Committee. Number 3. A conflict resolution body has been constituted to mediate between warring factions in the Rivers political crisis and work towards restoring democratic governance. Now so. Adaramodu emphasized that emergency declarations are not unilateral, stating, the president cannot just declare a state of emergency without legislative input. That is why the National Assembly exists, to deliberate and, where necessary, amend. So did you people deliberate? After people deliberated, you just accepted like that okay, so it was okay for the president to sack a sitting governor, to suspend a sitting governor. You deliberate. Now you deliberate. He also addressed public concerns that the 10th Assembly is acting as a rubber stamp of the executive, asserting that the legislature's role is not to obstruct governance, but to collaborate while maintaining its constitutional oversight function. We are not an opposition bloc. Now so, we are an equal branch of government. Approvals, reforms and budget decisions are made after thorough debate and stakeholder consultation. He said, which thorough debate did you people have when they suspended Fubara? Which thorough debate? You're deceiving yourself there. The announcement follows weeks of political turmoil in Rivers, where power struggles between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara escalated, prompting Tinubu's controversial declaration of emergency rule on March 18. The measure included the suspension of the governor, his deputy, and the entire state assembly that is in London right now during legislative training. Actions that have drawn both domestic and international criticism. The National Assembly's revision is said to aim to temper executive control and ensure a return to democratic normalcy in the oil states. When is that one going to happen? Because obviously what is going on in Rivers State and even in Nigeria as a whole is not democracy. It's not democracy at all. However, critics remain skeptical about the emergency's legality and the continued influence of Wike. Yes, particularly after his high-profile meeting with suspended lawmakers in the UK last week. Oh, really? He even had a meeting with them. Now wow, no be small thing. Now wow. Gideon Lucen says, animals as rulers, God will disgrace all of you at the same time. Amen. God's judgment is on all the useless lawmakers in this dead country. Amen. No. Amen. I'm sure it was the one that sponsored them to UK to go and learn. So obviously they didn't even know their job in the first place. Mwakiri Augustine Obina said, you can see that Wike's matter is like the armed Fulanis matter, where even the Fulanis had never admitted that their son's brother and colleagues are kidnappers, killers, and armed robbers. No one has told Ezenwa Wike that what he has been doing is not good, and that is why he's continuing. Can they tell him? Can anybody talk to that man? I don't think so. I don't think anybody can advise him. He doesn't listen to anybody but himself. Anything that he does is okay. is perfect. Is the only wise person. I don't think he listens to anybody. But he should be called to order no matter what. Who will call him to order now like this? Who is going to call him to order? Even the president cannot call him to order. So who has enough power to call him to order? Bro John says the leader of South Korea was impeached by the legislative branch. Here in Nigeria, see as they are exposing their dirty linens in the public. I'm telling you, South Korea, they impeached their governor and president. They arrested him. Police arrested South Korea president. But in Nigeria, no. Anything the president does is okay. I don't understand how you cannot be independent because of greediness, because of what you want to eat. You cannot do the right thing. So RM Security says Nigeria is like a rotten fish from head to toe, and until foreign countries agree to send the children of politically exposed people, Nigeria is going nowhere. Yes, they need to deport all their children, all of them, every single one of them. Send their children back to Nigeria. Let them come and be facing the things that we also are facing in this country. Let them go and learn in schools. And I'm sure there are private schools. There's one school here now in Nigeria that has American standard. What's the name of that school again? One very big school. They should send their children there. They should come back to Nigeria, because they are just stressing us. Godwin Agim says image laundering is a clear case of legislative fraud and corruption. The National Assembly is a full-time slave of the Tinubu junta. Yes, so full-time slave. No lies detected. Veno Dizekwe says all the 27 lawmakers did not have quality of leadership and they cannot stand for the truth. Obviously, they do not. They just went to learn. They just went for training on how to be a legislator in UK. They just went to learn, so they don't even know anything. So obviously, they use them to scatter Rivers State. Can you just imagine? Sim will go back to the government house, but the 27 lawmakers remain until they become faithful to Governor Sim Fubara'S. They can never become faithful. They can never. I don't think Fubara'S cannot trust. I cannot trust them. Even if they claim to say they've changed, it's a lie. It's not possible. They cannot be trusted though, at all. First John says, Fubara'S, if you come back, I will deal with all of them. Those wicked people that make rivers ungovernable to you. Please, he cannot trust them. If he can send them away, if possible. He can't work with those people. He can't, because they are full-time WK's slave. They cannot leave the control of UK after all that he did for them. They cannot though. So it's possible. Fubara'S cannot trust them at all. At all. My listeners, over to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.